Looks like Classy Cozy Gamer has been in the Super Billionaire on YouTube for 28 months and says 28 months hype!
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another day of Animal Crossing New Horizons on the Switch 2. It's day 14 on our Switch 2 island, and we are kicking today off with the KK concert, which, if you've been doing the math and noticing how often I'm streaming, means I couldn't really play yesterday. I wanted to log in and just do my dailies, but I wasn't able to stream, and I logged in and I saw that, oh, right, we have the KK concert, so I had to break my streak on my Nook Miles yet again. But that's okay, because I thought it was too big of a moment to do off stream. I don't know, you've probably seen it 100 times by now, but still. So that's the plan. We're gonna do all the opening stuff for, like, the rest of the game, right? The rest of the game opens up now. We get Harv's Island open up. We get Captain visiting. We get all the gyroids, all that stuff. And we are officially done with, like, the first phase of, or maybe, would you call it the second phase of the game? Maybe the first one being before Resident Services, then Resident Services up to 3 stars, and then after 3 stars, it kind of, I don't know. Anyway, that's what we're doing. So, yeah, we won't be buying turnips, I don't think. I want to check the price, but we had a large spike last week, and I don't know if I want to try and risk not having a large spike on the table, because I'm pretty certain we're not going to get another opportunity this twice in a row. I don't think it happens twice in a row. But we'll do our normal thing. Turnip profit. I should probably get that open too. And then, yeah, before we get started, I will tell you what's been going on my end, because I'm really annoyed, and I'm going to vent about it for a minute. So I've been saying for a while I'm working on this big video project, and it's taking up a whole bunch of my time. So I decided not to stream yesterday so I could get, like, a bunch of work done on it and start to work towards getting it behind me. And so, I don't know if you've edited a video before, but when you have a lot of files, like hundreds of gigs worth of raw footage, your editing software, especially if it's Premiere, tends to slow down. And that's what mine did. So I couldn't really edit until I did something called making proxies, which is when you basically take your footage and make a copy of it, but a smaller copy, right? And it's linked to your original footage, and you can edit way faster. You can actually use the programs that you use to edit because they run a lot smoother with the very tiny file size. So I took the time to make my proxies, which took hours because you have to render out all your footage again. And it failed. The last chunk of footage I had failed because my hard drive filled up because it was adding so much footage to it. And I'm like, okay, maybe I'll make even smaller proxies. So I deleted them all and started over and made even smaller files. I thought. It filled up even faster. I messed up a setting and used the wrong format, and it filled up even faster. So that was another chunk of my day gone, and I couldn't edit my video. I then tried a third time under a different format, but I had to let it run all night long. So eventually it finished, and I have everything. Now next time I go to edit, it'll be nice and smooth. But my day of editing that I was going to set aside was completely tanked. I couldn't stream because the computer was doing something, and I couldn't edit because I didn't have the thing working right. So I got other stuff done, but I'm just, you know, it was fun. It was a fun time. It was super fun. Learned a lot, but yeah. So that was yesterday. So I think today we'll play for a bit. I don't know how much we'll get done, but I do want to try to get some editing done because I really want to show you this awesome video. But it's going to be a big one. It's a big project. I have dozens of hours of raw footage. We're going to cut it down to about probably under an hour of video when it's all done. So it's just taking a long time. That sounds aggravating. Yeah. Luckily, I had other stuff I could do and wanted to get done. So it wasn't the end of the world, but it was annoying. It was super annoying because I kind of planned out my weekend and plans don't always work out. So anyway, that was yesterday, but I wanted to stream today, so we're doing it. But yeah, that's it. Those are my pre-stream announcements. Let's go ahead and jump into Animal Crossing, where as you can see, we have officially moved Lucky onto the island. Today we'll be getting another amiibo villager started. And it's going to be great. We're going to have a good time. We're going to have fun. Oh, also, Classy Cozy, thank you for 28 months. I did not miss that. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hopefully your island can be your therapy.
Oi, my eggs are on fire. Sorry for that. I'm not good at cooking. Welcome everyone to Lame Dan Stream. Yai, ho, ho.
Wow, thanks, Nook News. Okay. All right. Very special announcement. KK Slider's visiting the island. And it's just going to launch us straight into the concert. Fire Blue, how's it going? Anne-Marie, how's it going? Blaze, everybody, how's it going? Busy, thank you for moderating today. He's been dreaming of visiting our island, etc., blah, blah, blah. Let's go ahead and do this. I'm not taking any pictures because chatter will be in them and I don't like him. Let's chatter about the Nintendo Direct next month and Isabelle teaser / appearance. Thoughts? I read the story from Game Rant. Are you saying a picture of Isabelle was the teaser? Because I saw them use a picture of Isabelle in the Game Rant article, but it looked like an old one. It didn't look like a next-gen Isabelle. Let me know if I'm wrong about that. Yeah, so I read the Game Rant article, and that was enough for me. Any videos from there, I usually assume they're just going to talk about the thing I already read. Yeah, that tracks with what I've been wondering about, because I think one of you reminded me it was the 25th anniversary next year, and that would make a lot of sense for them to release a new game. It's been 5 years. By then it'll be, is that 6 years by then? So that's within the timeline, kind of within the margin of error for when New Leaf came out, and then we waited 7 years for New Horizons, right? So 6 years is not that far off. That she'll appear in the Direct. That was okay. Yeah, but keep in mind there is more they can do. They can make a new Animal Crossing game, or they can re-release an old Animal Crossing game. And that would still be a big win, I think. I think people would be excited about that, but obviously people would burn out on that way faster than they would a new Animal Crossing game. We all want a new one. We don't necessarily all inherently want an old one. I think the time for that was 2 years ago. If they do it, I won't be super angry about it, but I would prefer them to just go ahead and release a new game. Some sources I trust, others not so sure. Even the Game Rant article that I read was something about, I think it said something about how this is a semi-reliable leaking source. Oh, no. This was someone saying they can't say how they know, right? So it's it's a rumor of a rumor almost when you think about it. So what I'll say is go in to the next Direct being cautiously optimistic, as you would be if you didn't hear this news. Because every Direct from here on out has the chance of an Animal Crossing announcement given how long it's been since this game came out. That's what I would say about it, really. I would say that it's no more or less likely than it already was, right? Can you fence and chatter, put a bunch of pitfalls around him? we're just going to get rid of him. I don't feel like doing work in his name. We could just get rid of him altogether as far as I'm concerned. Did you enjoy KK's concert? No, I talked the whole time. It was wonderful, wasn't it? I guess so, if you say so. It's a special thing for sure. As a commemorative gift, we have his song, Welcome Horizons, for you. I'll take a free song. To listen to it, you'll need an item that can play music. Yeah, I figured that out. Thanks. KK apparently very fond of the island now. He's going to perform shows here every Saturday evening from now on. Okay. Yeah, the cat hood. Speaking of which, I've developed a new app that should help make the island even more inviting. The Island Designer. It's a special app from Nook Inc. that gives residents the ability to take part in bold island development. First, you'll only have permission to create paths, but you can use your miles to access more options, like different kinds of paths and permits for changing our cliffs and rivers. Yay! I think I'll leave more and more of the future development of this in the hands of its residents. I'm glad we had this talk. So we have some decisions to make about terraforming as well. Tom says he's KK's biggest fan, but he never goes to another concert after this one. Yeah. Yeah, never meet your heroes. I think it says a lot about KK's character that his biggest fan quietly ghosts the concerts from here on out. Villager hunting and found Raymond on the first ticket, but I don't want him. It was so weird leaving him. Leave him behind. Raymond's overrated anyway. I have Raymond on my island, my main one, and or my OG island. He's fine, you know. I started Pokemon Shining Pearl the other day and was leveling up my Pokemon to take the first gym, and this morning I caught a shiny Bidoof and a shiny Geodude within 15 minutes. I started Pokemon Sword and I'm not super enjoying myself. I thought I'd have more fun, but maybe I'm just maybe I've gotten used to the end game in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, but instead of playing Pokemon Sword last night before bed, I ended up playing more Scarlet and Violet and did the Baxcalibur raid. And yeah, I don't know. I like the end game in it. I'm not really having fun with Pokemon Sword, unfortunately. I don't think I'll never finish it, but I don't know if I'm going to keep playing it right now necessarily. We'll see. I think it's just time for a new Pokemon game. It's like similar to Animal Crossing. I'm just kind of like over the old stuff. I'm ready for the new thing. Boy, our inventory is full, and we have not paid down our loan yet. I never played the end game, so I'm looking forward to Violets. It's fun. I like it a lot. I do enjoy it. But before this, I never really played the end game of any Pokemon game because I never got this far. I usually would beat the Elite Four, and then I would just stop. Like, well, I beat the game. And there's always more after that, you know? Even before you get into the real fun end game stuff, there's more. Just like, well, I did it. There's just no room for anything. Like, we have all this clothing. You didn't finish Shield? This is Shield, but I never played anything Pokemon before. Anyone see a rumor of Animal Crossing 2026? Yeah, we were just talking about it. The TLDR is, you know, be cautiously optimistic, in my opinion. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I'm going to go into the next Direct, like I'm going to do for all future Directs, cautiously optimistic of Animal Crossing news. If we don't get it, it's Nintendo. Nothing to be surprised about. Not really news. Not really new for Nintendo to kind of, you know, leave us with very little. I do think we need to prioritize the loan today because this is just stupid. I don't like stuff everywhere like this. It's super frustrating. tissues, nor do I, be sure. I have been enjoying playing, just, you know, making Pokemon a more regular game in my... With the time I have to play games, right? Like, just make it more of a regular thing. And, yeah, it's been fun. Just participating in the different raid events and stuff. It's kind of a shame because while you can participate in those events, you know, early on, it really... It's a lot easier to participate in raids and stuff at the end of a Pokemon game rather than the beginning. So I do feel like I missed out on some really, really cool events from back in the day. And just some cool mystery gifts and stuff too. So playing them now is still fun. It just feels a little less impactful to me. I'm going to try and pick up the other chunks of wood here to see if I can kind of stack them together a little better. In fact, let's hold on to them for now. I would like to do something with the community when it comes to like shiny hunting or something like that. Just kind of like get something going in Discord. Okay, I need to see the turnip prices today so we can put them in turnip profit. Okay, so 99 bells. All right, so here's how we do this for anyone new to turnip profit. So what we have is the last week's information, but now we know from last week that we had a large spike. So you come up here and you start resetting everything. So we reset this to large spike. We change the price here to 99, and then you just go through and just like zero all this out. You can also hit the reset turnip profit button if you want to, but I don't have a lot of information in here. And there we go. So this is now ready for this week. So I would check if I'm on it. I'll check twice a day until I determine the pattern. Right now, it's giving me a really a lot of fluctuating, but of course it doesn't really know because you can see the percentage chance of what it's saying. So there's a lot of opportunities for fluctuating, but it won't really know until we start inputting data. But luckily, we may have that determination probably early in the week and won't have to keep tracking them the entire week. But you're just trying to narrow this down to where it assures you it knows the pattern. And if I don't buy turnips now, yeah, which I probably won't, it won't super matter. Mine predicted fluctuating too? Yeah. Fluctuating is probably my least favorite one. So if, you know, I wouldn't let that make your determination on whether or not you buy turnips because it really isn't fully determined until later on when you have more data. But we had a large spike last week. So I just don't think, I don't even know if it's possible to get a large spike back to back. But even if it is, I feel like the likelihood is really low. So I ain't going to risk it. Plus, we're not doing too great right now. We should just use this money to pay down our loan today. The 4-year-old child with a turnip hat has the flu. Where's her parent or guardian? Yeah, I've always been kind of grossed out by that. Does it feel like an upgrade to Animal Crossing on the Switch? Just in that the load times are way better. The game did not get the optimization update like Pokemon Scarlet and Violet did, where it does feel like Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, you know, 2.0 or whatever. So it's souped up in the sense that if you visit a really, really crowded island, you won't have that kind of item lag that you used to have. So that's gone. And load times in general are just better. The game probably loads at double the, like if you turn it on from start, right? Like you open your Switch and turn on Animal Crossing, it'll take half the amount of time to even log into the game. And yeah, in that sense, it plays better. Other than that, it's the same old Animal Crossing. It's not like it's running at like, you know, gorgeous 60 frames. And like Pokemon Scarlet and Violet got draw distance updates and higher frame rates, and it looks sharper. Just they really took their time actually updating it, and I'm glad they did, because out of all the games I own, that's definitely the one that needed the most attention in terms of how it ran on the Switch. And I knew it wasn't running well, but it wasn't until I was playing it a lot before the Switch 2. Oh my gosh.
Good afternoon, viewers watching on YouTube and Twitch. Tom Nook, and this is the Nook News Network. Today is day 14 on ACNH for the Switch 2. It seems like Dan was able to get KK Slider on Trips Falls. Dan says he didn't like it, so good for him. Also, he hasn't gotten rid of chatter just yet. Mind your own cheese wax chatter. The 8-bit joke. The 8-bit joke. The 8-bit joke. Remember, viewers, to do morning stretches at resident services and go to Mystery Islands if you need more supplies.
I was playing a lot of Pokemon. Thank you for that, Atomic Princess. I was playing a lot of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet leading up to the Switch 2, and so I noticed the difference immediately when I opened it up on the Switch 2. It was wild. I didn't even realize how much of a hostage I was, and just like trying to walk around, and the performance was so bad. You didn't realize just how bad it was until you opened it on Switch 2. Violet update was what got me to give it another shot. Bounced off it originally. I'm glad I went back. He sounded sort of depressed. He did. Hello, Rose. How's it going? Yeah. Anyway, all I was saying was Animal Crossing didn't quite get that treatment. And then earlier said I had item lag on my old school island with a castle. Yeah. All that item lag should be gone. Not that I've seen anyone push it to the limits, you know, like maybe if you put enough stuff down, it can come back, but I haven't seen that yet. I'm doing good, thank you. We're chilling today. We unlocked terraforming, so that was our big immediate goal. Oh no, went to a potluck party yesterday and had your rant playing in my mind the whole time. Bagged chips for me. I ruined that person's lunch. I'm sorry. Oops. Oh. Have I caught one of these? I definitely have, right? Let me see. All good, nothing but grubby 12-year-old hands. I think I saved a life, actually, in that case. I can't imagine, oh my gosh, just how many meals I've had like that and didn't give it a second thought. And then once I started really thinking about it, reading awful stories online from other people's experiences and stuff, I'm like, yeah, no, I don't want that. But yeah, no, cool. We got terraforming, so yeah, we're gonna do a little bit of work. I need probably to put up a vote. I'm going back and forth on this, and I think I'm ready to finally just like commit to doing one or the other. We're definitely going to terraform the rivers, but I've been trying to decide if I want to make them look like a hand-drawn stick figure, meaning like a lot more straight lines and stuff, or if I want to just slightly adjust what we have on the map as it stands to try and still make it look like it's natural, while also just leaning in a little bit harder to the aspect of, oh, it's a person falling over. I see it now. So where we would need to do the most work is the top right half of the map, or quadrant of the map, because that's where the illusion really starts to fall apart. It's like there was almost a head that was drawn, but then it turned into a couple of other little branches spouting off, and like it doesn't look right. It's close, but it doesn't look right. So I was thinking of one of two things. I wish I could draw on the screen just to show you, but I don't have like a plugin to let me do that. That would have been cool. I might have a little image that I can just drag around the screen. Yeah, I have this. Okay. So I think, see from where I'm drawing this imaginary line, all of this, I probably don't touch much at all. I just leave it. Okay, this is the legs, but this part needs an adjustment to me. This is where the illusion kind of starts to break that it's a person tripping over. So I think we straighten this out a little bit. Maybe not just a diagonal line, but maybe, I don't know. We straighten it out a little bit. And then we completely redo this part up here. So we draw a head, like a proper circle, and then off of this part here, we'll draw like an arm that goes this way, and then we have the other arm going out, just like this other leg goes out into the ocean. We have the other arm going out into the ocean. And we'll just have another arm that kind of comes from up here and just kind of pours down. So it'll still look like two arms. You know what I mean? Like that's that. So, or we can redo this entirely and make the rivers look very like organized and make it look like it is indeed a stick figure, no doubt. Like if you could take the rivers and draw them into a stick figure, that's what it'll look like. That makes sense? Like I will commit fully to the gag. So when you open the map, it will look like someone drew a stick figure. I don't know. I hope I'm explaining this right. So I want to put up a poll and just get some opinions. I'm still not fully decided myself. I'm not saying I'm fully committing based on the results, especially if they're kind of neck and neck, but I want to know what sounds better. I'll formulate the question like that. What sounds better? How do we explain the two options? Minimal changes, natural looking river, natural look, can't fit rivers. Heavy changes, not supernatural. That supernatural is a different thing. Not natural looking. Will these two options make sense? Everyone understand my conundrum? Basically, I can make a few changes to make this look kind of like a person falling over, or I can start from scratch and make it definitely look like a stick figure is tripping over. That is like what we're talking about. So I'm starting the YouTube poll, just getting your thoughts. Like how it currently looks and would say only add a head pond and a neck. So lowering the upper arm. I also like that he trips over your house at the moment. Yeah, I'd probably put something down there, but I was thinking my house could be on the head part, but I don't know. We'll see. Go big or go home. Either way, it's not going to be like a minimal, it's not going to feel like minimal terraforming. I'll tell you that. Like just getting the changes to be like fixing this part of the river and then also making the head and the arms is still going to be like a lot of work. And that's I'll let you know, my fear is that if we go for a more natural look, I'm worried I can't make that look natural enough because I'm going to have to do some heavy duty editing up here. Will it even look natural at that point? I don't know. That's what I'm kind of worried about. It looks wiggly now. So with just the head adjustment. You can make your house the thing sticking, the thing the stick figure trips over. That's kind of what we have now. I think you can make a clifftop river look natural. Okay, let's also keep in mind too, it'll probably look natural when you're on the ground. I'm talking about the map itself. Because if we utilize cliffs and stuff, I think if you're walking around and not looking at the map, it'll still feel like you're just walking around Animal Crossing Island, that's what I really want. And that's why I'm not worried too much about doing heavy duty terraforming. Because I don't think you'll see that it's a stick figure until you look at the map. But outside of looking at the map, of course, it's going to feel like just an island, especially if we keep the cliffs. If we keep the cliffs, it helps achieve that immersion that you're on just a normal island. All right, I'm going to look for the recipes. We vote on that. Liking with just some changes. I like natural. I kind of figured everyone would prefer me not making too many changes to it. I'd like to see it completely redo more because I know I wouldn't be able to do that. massage to ease sore muscles. Okay, neither of them are crafting. Let's greet Lucky. It's me, Lucky. We went to the campsite the other day. So he's happy to be here. Okay, none of these houses have people home at the moment. I probably missed it, but did you get the ability to cook yet? Are you going to? Yeah, eventually. I don't know exactly when that happens, but I think we're probably close to getting that. So yeah, I think we'll get it. I don't think I've been in his house before. Think I might do some shopping. Wait, the store is open, right? I hope so. But throw off my plans if not. All right. Don't forget that you want to kick Chatter off. You need to speak with him at least once so the game won't allow you. Oh, really? All right. Finally, we found our crafter. Golden dishes. I'll take that. Got a lot of golden recipes early on. It's great. Excellent. Okay. I think we got our beach DIY already. How are our flowers doing? We just have some spam. We just got some excess flowers I don't really want. So we'll go ahead and get rid of them. Yeah, we can get rid of these. Okay. Let's get all these sorted. I wonder how big of a graphical enhancement a new Animal Crossing would get. Like, how different will it look? Each game always looks pretty different from the last, but there's always pretty big technological leaps between each one. And this time, while the Switch 2 is a technological leap from the Switch 1, when you really compare the graphics of, say, Mario Kart 8 to Mario Kart World, Mario Kart World is objectively better, but Mario Kart 8 still doesn't look bad, you know? It's still very solid and feels modern. Maybe that will change over time. Maybe I'll start to look at it differently as time goes on. Animal Crossing to me still looks really solid and really modern. And I just kind of wonder what they're going to, like, do. That's one of the reasons I've been wondering if Animal Crossing's future is in a 3D rotating camera. We've seen it work with games like Dinkum. They did it with Pokemon. They started small, right? They did it in Pokemon Sword and Shield, but only one big area. And then Scarlet and Violet comes out, and it's a fully rotating camera for the whole game. And it's weird at first, and then you get used to it. You're just like, oh yeah, this is Pokemon. This is the game I've always played. And if they did a rotating 360 kind of camera, fully 3D environment, it would have to look different. Like, if you've ever seen a hacked kind of Animal Crossing picture, these trees that I'm standing behind actually don't have a backing to them. I don't know if I have the camera thing to show you. If I go straight down, you can kind of see it. See how the front of the tree looks more full than the back? There is no back to the tree. They didn't draw anything back here. So they would have to fill out all of this stuff more, and that would inherently just make it look different. It would make hiding twigs and fossils hard to do. Yes, yeah. True. Unless they gave us stuff like outdoor pergolas that we could still build and dig underneath. Then you could hide some stuff. Bug off. Upcoming bug off. Are we going to do that June 28th? What is June 28th? Saturday? It's usually Saturday. Yeah. Maybe. You only animate what the viewers see. Right. I'm not shaming them for not putting stuff behind the tree. Can you bring Bruce a gift? What? Be weird, but okay is a great response. All right. Having bridges over land would also be great. There are so many opportunities for different quality of life updates in this game, and I do hope that they embrace all of the feedback they've gotten over the last 5 years, for sure. Bruce lives on the other side, so I'm actually just going to go ahead and do my museum stuff real quick. He's not doing the thinking thing yet for Brewster. Assess fossils first. Magnificent indeed. You have a talent for finding fossils. Yep. Yeah, a bridge between two cliffs with no water. It just feels like a missed opportunity. They should have absolutely done it. Oh, we gotta actually donate. I'll be thinking about Brewster tomorrow. Okay, that figures. All right, cool. We got the painting and one fossil. Dang it. Oh, yeah, Val's taking the day off. She's got some other stuff going on. All right, cool. We donated those. I guess we will, speaking of, we'll set aside some fossils for her. I think you have to donate one of each fossil and fish. I don't know if it triggers it. We've definitely donated a lot. I don't know how much it takes, but I think I know donations are, I think, part of it. Okay, let's drop these over here. Make a little pile. I'm so tempted to open the gift. Doesn't really matter. I'm not trying to befriend these villagers. I'm trying to kick them all out, so. Here you go. A floor seat. Always wanted to try this out. A simple parka. Okay, thanks. I have not gone to a Captain Island yet. I think you get Captain after, because he's not here yet. I think you get him after Brewster's like, oh, my friend, or after Blather's like, my friend Brewster, he's dead or something. Can you go find him? Make sure he's okay. Look at me choosing your stream instead of Val. Okay. That's very funny. You think you're so clever. Listen, I don't have any ice cream or cookies. All right? You can all eat the dirt and gravel we offer in the backyard and like it, as far as I'm concerned. Just because Val isn't here doesn't mean I brought donuts in for everybody or treats of any kind. Around here, we forage. We eat whatever we can find. I'm here for the rants. There's no rants. There's no rants. Everything's cool. We're feeling good. We're doing good. Everything's great. I have nothing to rant about. Yeah, if you find some worms, you can keep those. All right, I do want to buy this stuff. Let's go ahead and do that now. Even though I have no room for anything, and also I'm trying to save money and pay off my debt. Can't believe 3 stars. We have 3 stars and no Able sisters. We still need like one more visit from Mabel, I think. All right. Is the cooking stuff in here? No. What about this? Have we done Wildest Dreams DIY? We have not done. I always miss this one. This one's really easy to miss. You really got to look for it. There's a whole bunch of basic recipes that I just don't. I feel like you just never get without it. Oh, I need to spend that 100k bells on my mortgage. It's kind of like getting a paycheck and being like, I have no money because you know you have rent coming up, and someone's like, you have plenty of money. Like, what? I gotta pay rent. Okay, I'll buy this crappy wall. I want some of this stuff. I'll buy this, and I'll buy 1 floor. This one. It's amazing how many hours you put into this game and still see new things being sold at Nooks. You powered through the intro without even trying. What do you mean? Every time Abel came in, I bought clothing. What do you mean without even trying? I built a whole bunch. We got 3 stars without even trying. I had so much done because I was playing so much that I got 3 stars. I can't believe you would say that. Trying to set me off. You're just trying to get me to break, but it won't work. Did I find the money rock yet? I feel like I gave up on that. I don't think we found the money rock. Which we're going to need. Because I got to pay down my stupid loan. You could argue money rocks are like finding money inside the couch. I mean, it's kind of a lot of money. I don't know. How much money are you leaving in your couch? There's no worms or caterpillars? That's how we know those are like the next villagers we're going to get. Ooh, I don't have that bug yet. The next villager we get is going to be a caterpillar. Like, that's the next type. There's going to be a whole bunch of caterpillars. Yay! You did put a lot into it. Some things just unlock due to the amount of time that passes. I don't know. I feel like you're calling me out. That's 100 bugs? And 40 different species? Steeler fan, how's it going? Welcome. Is your team doing well this year? I'm not really a football person, but I'll ask anyway. Hello from Germany, says Avocado Sock. How's it going? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Oh, I'll take this. Free stuff. What is it? Okay. Good job getting the sport right. I know the I know some like larger details about certain sports, but yeah, that's about it. Marcella, how's it going? We did okay. Looking forward to the upcoming season. We signed Aaron Rodgers for quarterback for a year, so we'll see. He's still playing? Oh, the season hasn't started yet. We did the Super Bowl in February, and yeah, okay. Are they in preseason right now? I swear I saw a football game on in some like restaurant recently. I was driving by. Margaret, how's it going? Anything major I missed? Well, we've unlocked all the terraforming stuff. I gotta go buy the permits, but yeah, we've unlocked all that stuff today. So we're gonna do a little bit of that. I've just been kind of doing the chores and babbling. Missed a lot of babbling. I think he's 41. I didn't know he was still playing. Did I find all the rocks? There's no way. I'm really distracted by getting... Oh. Watch this be it. Making sure I find every rock because I need... Oh, dang it. I need money. Doing okay. I have some asthma issues due to extreme heat, so staying inside as much as possible in the AC. Oh, yeah. Wow. Stay safe. I hope we get through it with minimal discomfort. I at least 100 grand doing dailies. Yeah, I feel like if you do this every day, you get some good money. Especially when you're done paying down or done with the fossils, like getting them all for the museum, and you start using them as just a moneymaker. If you have crops, like we do have some crops right now that I should probably just pick and sell. Here, this has got to be it. This has got to be it. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Yay, all right. What was the Wildest Dreams DIY, by the way? Okay, so we got the sink, the wooden fish, boomerang was from the other day, I think, brick oven, iron wall lamp. Ooh, we got the ironwood kitchenette. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, it's good to just go ahead and grab the Wildest Dreams DIY if you didn't get it. It never really, like, points it out to you. It's just there. So if you're starting Animal Crossing, this is one of the first times playing, go ahead and just grab that. I stole someone's money and lived under a rock. Snuggling fur babies. Yay! That's good. How long have I been playing Animal Crossing New Horizons? Since day one. Since the game came out, I have multiple islands. I still have my very first one, and we've streamed a whole bunch of different ones and done videos and stuff. So yeah, I've played it quite a bit, and I'm ready for the next installment. Which, of course, new rumors just came out that we'll be hearing about it soon. Grain of salt, but yeah, maybe. That'd be awesome. Must watch DIY Island series if you want to start somewhere. Well, thank you. Yeah, DIY Island was a lot of fun. There's a cat cafe near my work I'm going to go to. Oh, fun. Nice. Okay, let's go into here and start unlocking some stuff. Do you have a YouTube channel? Yes, it should be linked down below on Twitch. But it's just called Crossing Minutes. Easy enough to find. And we're streaming on YouTube right now, if you can see the two chats here. Dirty tank top and cardboard box. Grab those. We get our... Oh, 6 days in a row. Why did it give me that? I skipped a day. I didn't play yesterday. Interesting. I think it gave me that because it had to wait for me to watch the KK concert, and technically the day didn't, I guess, roll over until I saw it. So even though I skipped a full human day, it still gave me my Nook. I wonder if I could have just left it. Wow. I thought I broke my streak. That's awesome. I didn't know that about this game. It just gave it to me. Okay, I'll take it. Sweet. I feel really good about that. That's great. I needed to take a day off because I wanted to make sure I did the KK concert for everybody. All right, so we've been saving up our points for this exact reason. We're going to unlock waterscaping and cliff construction right now, and we'll probably come back for the different paths. You have 7 islands on 7 switches, and none of them are done. You got to finish one. They understood me working hard. Yeah, they knew that my editing software gave me the biggest headache yesterday and did me a solid. Hi, Alien Geek. Okay, cliff construction permits. So I did a poll on YouTube. I asked you for the rivers if I should make minimal changes and go for a more natural look, or if I should do heavy-duty changes, make it look less natural on the map. And we'll really solidify that it is a stick figure person tripping over something and falling. And it's pretty, like the split, it's obvious. It's 66% right now, make minimal changes to the rivers. So it's pretty heavy-handed that, like, you would like me to be not so heavy-handed. I understand that. I'm still not fully decided. What if we compromise and I say, okay, I will attempt to make minimal changes, but if it starts to look a bit weird, you know that meme of I wish I could probably find it. Hold on. I'll find it. Yes. I just need to get it full screen real quick. Crap. Hold on. I'll do this real quick.
It's recipe time. Let's make backseat gum tapenade. Scrape up a variety of chewed gum from the bottom of public seats, mash them together, and call it artisanal.
That's like the laziest one yet. Okay. Here's what I'm worried about for our stick figure river. Hear me out. I'm worried based on my level of skill of making something look natural, it'll look like this. That's what I'm worried about. I'm worried that, but kind of the opposite. I'm worried that my drawing will be really, really good and sharp, and it'll look exactly how we want it to, which is a stick figure starting to fall over. But then the other half of the island, where we try and keep the rivers natural, will look like the kid drawing on the other side, like where I'm worried the two halves won't go together. That's what I'm worried about. I'm worried that I will fall for this, and then eventually I'm going to have to just draw the whole thing myself because the natural look of the rivers isn't working. That's what I'm worried about. So I think the compromise is to try our best, and if it starts to look a little bit too much like the horse drawing, I just give in and I make it look like a stick figure. And it just looks unnatural when you open the map. But in reality, when you're walking the island, I think it'll look pretty natural. I think it'll be like, oh, this is a nice river that they made. That's what I'm thinking. Okay. Any more Nook Mile stuff we want to get? Oops. I just immediately closed out of it. Holly, how's it going? Just a random question. Did you create the website that randomizes items and villagers in the scavenger? Yes, I did. Did you find it somehow? Like, outside of the channel? Oh. Is it the fact that the website's not working right now? No, it's working. Crossingminute.tv. And then, yes, there's two things. There is the scavenger hunt generator. That's one thing you're talking about. So you choose the type of hunt you want, and you choose how many villagers you want in the hunt, and you choose how many items you would like it to generate, and you hit generate, and you get all of these things. Just a random scavenger hunt. And then random build generator was just a silly...
In this hot summer, we have a clear, cloudy day. Dan is basically showing us what it is like, what we expect, but reality says otherwise. Stay hydrated, folks. It could be hot, so keep that in mind. Good night. Yes, yes.
Thank you, Alien Geek. All right. And then this one is, it just took different words and adjectives and kind of put them together. So floral webinar, just make a floral webinar, whatever that means to you. You know, that was random build generation. Yeah, I did these. They're fun. Thank you much. I very much just want to do a scavenger hunt. Nice. Oh, well, enjoy. I'm glad I could help. Did you find the website first, though, is my question. That's kind of interesting if you managed to find the website without knowing anything about the YouTube channel, which, based on the way you asked, I'm kind of wondering if that's what happened. Ooh, I don't think I have the spiky fence yet. That is quite random. I would spin again. No, you have to commit to it. Those are the rules. And I'll know. I'll know if you spin again. I won't. I don't know how to do that. I used to have the website saved, but I must have unsaved it. Oh, okay, cool. I think I changed the URL at one point. So we now have crosstheminute.tv. That might be why you lost it. Because the original URL, I did not have autopay on. And now it's being camped by someone, and I'm not going to... I don't care about it enough to even give it the time of day, honestly. But yeah, I'm not going to pay someone a bunch of money for my own URL. And I already have this. Okay. Ashian, how's it going? Doing well. How are you? Okay. Yeah, I keep saying okay because I'm about to start something and I'm nervous. Sounds like we're ready to kind of start terraforming. I'm very nervous about messing this up. But we got to do it. Whew, we got to do it. We got to do it. Nothing you do can't be undone. Just go for it. No, we're committing to it. We can't re-roll. We can't spin again. So I guess the first question is, do I want to get rid of some cliffs? Because I was imagining making the head part a part that you could live on. And if I make it half cliff and half not cliff, but I put a staircase on it, then it's going to show up on the map and it's going to, I think, slightly harm the illusion of the fact that it's a head. You know what I mean? Like the bridges and stairs make little lines on the map like, oh, this is where the staircase is. Like the bridge to the right now. I'm kind of worried it's going to look kind of meh. So the vines don't show up. I know, but I don't like using that. I want to be able to walk up and down. I prefer not having to like, it's going to sound really lazy, but I don't want to like click a button when I'm running around my map. When running around my map, I want to just be able to run all over the map. I don't want to like, okay, I got to stop and hit A, and he slowly climbs the ladder, and then I can keep running. I want it to be traversable, like really easy. So if I were to get rid of the cliffs where the head is, or make more cliffs and put the stairs, I don't know, somewhere else, that might be better. Man, this is going to be difficult. Stair necklace? Yeah, kinda. Except you can't put stairs over a river. You have to put a bridge and then stairs. You're with me on this one. What does that mean? Is this expensive? I definitely have one already. And do we need to start decommissioning some of our build over here? It looks like we might. First, get rid of what you don't want, maybe. Yeah, we can start there. Okay, gosh, all right, sorry, we're doing the inventory thing again. I gotta go sell some stuff, then we gotta drop some stuff, then I can pick up some stuff. Oh, this is gonna be the duck pond all over again. I'm so worried. How do you get more villagers? Just progress through the game. Just follow Tom Nook's instructions. Eventually, he'll give you house plots. You can go out and start looking for them on islands, and then you get more house plots, and you can keep looking for them on islands. Anytime you get stuck, just ask Tom Nook what to do, and if he's not being super clear, look it up on Google to make sure, like, you know, you get some solid answers. Because I don't know what part of the game you're in right now, so it's kind of hard to say. That should be fine. Let's get rid of all this. 24,000. It's for the crops? Okay, sweet. Take some points for that. Thank you very much. Do we get any more? No. Okay, not selling crops is not one of the goals. I was thinking duck pond, that's why I voted for more terraforming. That's just awful. I think it's harder to try and keep the natural looking rivers than it is to make all new rivers where you get to like fully draw it out. Both are not easy though, I'll say that. Like neither is like ideal. Gotta donate this bug. Started an island with my switches. Still have my 2 starters. Nice. Okay, make a donation. I like fixing the few things around, like you said. I think, yeah. We start small. You know, we get rid of the obvious parts of the rivers that we don't need. And we just kind of keep terraforming from there. But I do think I have to pretty much decommission all the stuff we've built so far in that corner. So that's up here. Except I'm still not done emptying my inventory. I wish I could sit down while fishing. How come the villagers can sit down while fishing, but I can't? Oh, and also we need to put up our plaques and put the songs away, and yeah. Okay, 2 new songs. Sweet. This is going to push back every time I try this, but maybe there's some space. Like, okay, we had some room for sticks. What about this? We had some room for some wood. What about this? Yep. Stones? Yep. Iron? No. Okay. Clay. Cool. And then, yeah, silver plaque I wanted to put in here. I think I'll just go ahead and like slap it on the wall and then move it. We'll do that. Yay. Everything else, we can just go ahead and drop. We're good. I didn't try putting away the weeds, but that's fine. place. Gross. Try again. Drop. And drop. Okay. Now we pick up everything on the farm. I'm a little sad because this is a nice little build we did. It helped get us to 3 stars. It was fun. But it served its purpose. It's time to actually, like, prepare the island's forever infrastructure. Gone. I'll leave the beach stuff. That's not hurting anything. Get rid of the fences. Pick up all the items over here. How much space do we have? We got tons of space. You know what? It's too hot today. I'm sorry to hear that. I just never go outside, and that way I don't have to understand or know or suffer the consequences of the weather. Still got space. We can pick it all up. Great. I might even have space for these trees. Yep. And the cherries. Okay. You know what I'm going to do is I'm also going to pop up here and we're going to throw a trash can down and I'm going to throw away all these flowers. Where was that? Garbage pail. We'll compost them. That's what that is. That's not a trash can. It's a composter. All right, we'll have to come back for the crops, but this is okay. We still gave ourselves enough space to pick up everything else. It was nice. I hate dropping everything on the ground. It's awful. It feels so bad. I will say, if the next Animal Crossing game did not include this storage system and it just gave you enough storage out of the gate, I would be a lot happier, I think. I don't know. Is that a hot take? Do y'all agree with me? When I played Luma Island, the thing that blew my mind the most was the game didn't have a storage system. If you picked something up, you just had that item. Think about it again like Pokemon. Another good example. Pokemon does not have a limit on how many items you can have. And if it did, people would hate that. It wouldn't. I know it's not a decorating game, so it changes the dynamic a little bit. But Luma Island is a decorating game, and they didn't have storage, and it was fine. It was good. I know it's part of, like, Animal Crossing doesn't have a lot of challenge to it, and storage is part of the challenge. So I guess in one sense I would not like it because I actually, like, the Nook Island was a good example of this, the DIY Island as well. A storage limitation is still a limitation in a game that doesn't have a lot of limitation. So I guess to me, even to myself, it's a hot take. But the alternative of dropping everything on the island is also just not super fun to me. Like, I just don't, like, this is just like delaying the inevitable. I will upgrade my house, and I'll be able to put all this away eventually. So I guess, I don't know. I don't know what I would replace it with. I don't know if infinite storage is something I would like. Craft from storage is like, definitely. If you're going to charge me for storage, at least give me that. Yeah. Maybe that's the difference. Maybe, like, that's your encouragement for paying down more loans is like, yes, larger house to decorate with. But yeah, I'm more interested in the storage upgrades than I am about the rooms. I'm not ready to decorate those rooms anyway. I'm just paying down my loans to put stuff away. But inventory management is like a core mechanic of this game, so I guess I can't be like, get rid of it. I don't know. It has to be replaced with something else. And I like the idea of, as like a creator, like on YouTube and stuff, I like the idea of having other things to kind of play with when it comes to making challenges for myself. So like playing where I couldn't upgrade my house past a certain point did make me careful about how many things I collected and held on to. So I don't know. Maybe a good trade-off might be if we could have unlimited catalog orders, or at least a much higher limit, like 50 or something, so that I could get rid of things and not feel that anxiety of like, what if I need this? You know what I mean? Because you can only order 5 things per day, and it makes it awful if you just want to like hold on to things in case you want to decorate. Like, what if I need it? And then I gotta wait weeks and weeks to actually decorate my island because I got rid of everything because I didn't have the storage for it. Maybe that's the compromise. Just let me have more catalog space, and that way I won't feel obligated to hold on to all the stuff I'm holding on to. We're ordering books to fill out my orders, by the way, because I still need to unlock the app that lets you order stuff. So 4 more books for me. Or 3, because I ordered 2 things, right? Let's see. No, I just did the song. Oh, no. Okay, cool. Dinkum lets you order, like, unlimited stuff. It's great. Or at least the limit's high enough to where I haven't hit it yet. Anything else? Oh, we were going to try and pay down our loan. Kitty says hi. I still owe 448. I thought we did more than that. Oh, gosh. Okay. Crap. Let's do the 48,000, I guess. I thought I was closer to paying this off. That feels terrible. Crap. I'm trapped. I have stuff everywhere. Maybe I shouldn't throw the flowers away. We're very broke. Any bells we can get count. 500,000 bells we've paid off. Cool. Yeah, definitely see the value of that. Okay. Your island is the reason Digby became a safety enforcer. Okay. I'm gonna start another topic that normally doesn't really get a lot of people talking, but I wanna see, maybe this group has some thoughts. I still got a lot of busy work to do, so let's ask this question again. What, if anything, what kinds of value? Oh my gosh, we have to go get a shovel. What kinds of value could our Discord server offer you that it currently doesn't offer? Whether it's about different games we could talk about, certain types of events, things like that. A lot of YouTubers have Discord servers. Ours, like many, is kind of passive. It's there. We can connect. But there are Discord servers out there that I've joined and I'm more active in than others because they offer different types of value. Value that I can't offer because I'm not in those spaces. Like there's ones that are very like based around like software and things like that. So I'm going to go in there and ask for help a lot and stuff. So that's why I'm engaging with those. But yeah, I've just been asking myself this question again, if there's anything we could do to, make it a more valuable place to be. I don't understand much about Discord. I find the comment threads very hard to use and follow. I'm much more active on Reddit. I got rid of our forums that we had. Well, not all of them. I got rid of most of them. For a while, I was trying a thing where we got rid of the general kind of chats and we relied more heavily on forum posts because I think it keeps the Discord looking cleaner. But many people don't really, like you said, understand how to use them. And I think it didn't do anything but make people go, all right, well, I don't need to talk in here. So I put it back to more just like free-flowing chat channels. And I even like it more now, it just kind of makes sense. I'm most active in your Discord. I like our community. Yeah, there's a few of you in there that are always in there, which I think is awesome. Gonna go villager hunting? Hopefully eventually. I just need to get some tickets and I have other priorities, I guess, at the moment. I personally find that if I get tagged in a comment, I can never find the actual comment. I think there's an inbox feature or something that kind of tries to help with that, but it's kind of hidden. I agree. That is frustrating. Do you have a general game section, asked Blaze? What do we have? I think I have something called Other Games. Yeah, the way it's set up right now is, so there's like the resident services area, which is where we do all of our like announcements and things like that. So if there's a stream going live, people introduce themselves. If you want to select roles, that's all in there. And then when you scroll down, you have the Roost. It's very Animal Crossing themed right now. I don't know if I'll keep it that way forever, but where you have general chat, which is just for a catch-all. Then you have clips from like these live streams and stuff that you can share. Some people are sharing those, which is cool. Then there's some more like broad channels like pets, hobbies, food, and memes. Just fun channels that people do tend to use quite a bit. And then there's the game section, and that's where we have a couple of games called out specifically, Dinkum and Pokemon, and then other games for basically other games. And the reason I set that up that way is because the Dinkum 1.0 update came out. I'm still planning on streaming that more. I'm just doing this right now. I think Dinkum will continue to become popular, especially I do think eventually it ends up on console. And so I think Dinkum gets more and more popular and becomes an even larger part of this channel. And then Pokemon's always been really popular with this community, so I keep that channel. And then other games, if for whatever reason there was a game that just kept coming up in discussion and was kind of overtaking that channel, that is when I would make another dedicated channel. But I'm trying to make them as we need them, right? So those are kind of the channels as we have them now. And then there's a whole Animal Crossing section where people can submit their dream islands. They can share designs. And it feels like Animal Crossing is a big enough game and community where it justifies its own section of the Discord. So it does take up, I would say, it takes up a vast majority over any other game, right? It's the thing that started it all. It kind of makes sense. But I'm willing to do more. I'm willing to give it some more value, depending on how much lift there is on my end if I have time to like do certain things. Like I've toyed with the idea of trying to keep up with like discounts that are running right now. If Steam has a discount on games that are in the space, I'd love to be able to like put those out more, so you have a place to come to like see those. But it's a lot of work to find them, you know. Maybe we could start a discounts channel and just make it crowdsource it. Let anybody come in and be like, "Oh, this game, it's so fun." But you know, I don't know. That's kind of like its own thing. So that's why I say when like it depends on how much work, because something like that, if I were to keep it up consistently where I was trying every day or week to come up with like discounts to show you, I have to do a ton of research to find them. Robert, doing well. We have unlocked our terraforming tools, and so now we're getting ready to actually start making a huge mess. How are you? So anyway, I like asking the question once in a while because I know there's a lot of Discord servers out there that y'all are probably a part of. And if you had ideas, feel free. You know, I'd like to make it a place that is not just like, oh, well, there's our obligatory Discord server. Just found your channel and was watching one of your old videos. I saw that you were live, so hi. Oh, Maj Ann? Am I saying that correctly? Welcome. Thank you for watching the channel. Well, I just have to learn Discord better. It can be a very, complex platform. You're not the first person I've heard say that, basically. Do people misbehave and that's why I don't have voice channels for games? I'm sure there's a reason. They weren't being used. I mean, not that I was just sitting there like a hawk watching. Is anyone in the voice channel? I don't mind having them. It's just nobody used them ever. If that would help, if you think you would use them, maybe if we did more events, I would put them back. Like, because then people would kind of need to like maybe communicate. But I just feel like people never use them. Because why would you? Like, I guess this is just my own social anxiety, but like, would I want to talk to people in an open voice channel where anyone can join at any time, or would I rather DM them and say, hey, I have that shiny Pokemon you're looking for. Do you want to do a quick trade? And then you talk to them in there. I feel like most people would probably opt to just do private conversations, because when you see a room that's lit up, there's people in it, there's always that chance that some random person could just join. What you guys doing? Like, oh, we were just doing a quick shiny trade. And they're like, oh, cool. And now, like, there's a third person there that you didn't ask to speak to, and now it's awkward for everybody. Maybe that's just me. Maybe it's because I'm more introverted than other people, but I would find that terrifying. I'm just like, no one's going to use these, and I got rid of them. I have no social media at all. I just follow your stream here. When on this time I'm interested in the game, like Animal Crossing. It makes sense. You can pronounce it like the month of May. May-Ann. Oh, okay. Well, welcome. I'll try to remember that. It's completely intimidating as an introvert. Yeah, yeah. I could see doing a stage channel, but then I'd have to host stages, and I don't really have anything to say other than, like, if I'm hosting a stage, I might as well stream a game or something, right? I don't do voice chat if my anxiety kicks in. I leave. I don't mind voice chat. I see. I would think open voice chat would be awkward. Introvert here. Yes. I don't know. Even if you're an extroverted person, I don't. Maybe you're excited by the idea, the thrill of meeting a new person, and they jump in to a voice channel like, oh, hi. But I'm not that kind of person. I don't know. It just kind of felt like having them for the sake of having them, because other people had them. It could be what we want it to be. It doesn't have to be set up just because someone else did it a certain way, you know? The thrill of meeting a new person. There's people out there who love meeting new people. Yeah, absolutely not. Okay. Well, okay. I feel like we're aligned. My spoken English is so bad that every time I speak, a random Englishman dies, so I just keep it to writing. Yeah, me too. I'm not the best at vocabulary and things like that. I like a forum, like where we're all chatting about whatever. Yeah, I've been noticing since getting rid of the literal forums for most conversations that people are chatting more. The forum feature, got rid of that. I think we chopped the trees, by the way. I don't necessarily think, we need to keep them. In other playthroughs, I would protect them more because I would not allow myself to buy stuff from Nooks or whatever. Oh, I want to catch that. But in this case, we can just buy more saplings. So I think we just go ahead and... Ah! Also, I could use the supplies. Oh, right. Supplies cost inventory space. Why do we yell? I think it's respectful if you're going to chop a tree down to let people know. In case they're standing behind it. All right, we toss the flowers. Free up some space here. I'm laughing about we're here talking about none of us want to meet new people ever, but we're talking as though we aren't all awkward weirdos. He doesn't return, he never left. Fair. Okay, it would be fun if members could participate in different games with you. The played up stream where you let others play was so funny. When they hid in a corner, they were overwhelmed. I guess, yeah, that was fun. For games like Played Up, only 3 other people could possibly join. One of the struggles is making it so people don't feel left out. So how many games are there where you can play with as many people as possible, but they also own the game? And there are certain games where you can do that. Like there's like Fortnite and Minecraft and stuff, because they're cheap or everyone has them, or they're free or whatever. But we don't really play games like that. So that's the other reason it's been tough to figure out like those types of community. Like we can all play this. There are games. It's just it feels really limited. I did with Played Up anyway, but as time goes on, that could get more complicated. You know, if it grows, there's more people. I'm not saying this because I'm against it. It's just literally just one of the considerations. Okay, first time terraforming. Now there has been a time or two where I found family appropriate gaming meme and wanted to post. Not sure if we're allowed, but wouldn't know how to either. Like in the meme channel? Could Discord offer me a discount on a glass of pigeon milk? Oh, that was from earlier. I'll add it to the list. When you want to add images in Discord, by the way, it should be as easy, if you're on desktop, it should be as easy as clicking and dragging. I found that adding them from the phone's a little annoying because you have to know where the image is stored on your phone. And that's, I don't know. I never have an easy time finding stuff on my phone. Like, wait, where's the screenshot folder? But from desktop, click and drag. It's super nice and simple. Yeah, voice channels for moderating too. That was another concern for a bit. I think it's just kind of based on a trust system. That trust being in the people who are reporting bad behavior. If there's a mishap in a voice channel and there's no moderators around, it's kind of like a matter of opening a. Do we still have the support ticket? How do we do that now? I think you open a support ticket, or is it a command? Shoot, we changed it recently because the bot we use died. If you want to know how to reach out to mods privately, in the rules channel, okay, it's the /report. So in any channel in our Discord, you can type /report and follow the prompts and stuff, and you can report bad behavior. This is, again, another problem I have with Discord, too. Like, they left it up to server owners as to how they want to handle reporting of bad behavior. And it's different on every server. Some servers have mod mail. Some servers have the support ticket system like we used to have. Some servers have this where you use a command. But how do you know there's a command? If you haven't read the rule channel in a while where we put it, how would you know how to report bad behavior privately? Because what you don't want is to have people calling each other out in a public room and starting an even larger kerfuffle over something that could be handled quietly. Like, oftentimes what happens is people just tag the moderator tag and someone will see what's going on and, get rid of it. But you just never know, especially in a voice channel. Like, how do you, hey, someone jumped in and started blaring loud, inappropriate music and they wouldn't stop or whatever. So you'd want to report that without, drama. So the report option is there, but it's hidden. And this is a problem with Discord. They don't do enough to make it, again, easy for everybody to use. Every server should have a report button at the top that makes it really stupid easy to find and use. And then the moderators of the server see the reports and nobody else. So I think what I've just started doing is a pretty big terraforming process here. Getting rid of this cliff that we're getting rid of right now does kind of start to open up other ideas for how this island shapes up. But I had to get rid of this weird branch of the river. I figure we can add in cliffs later, but I do think that by the end of this, like half our cliffs change completely, if not go away. Just to get this kind of like I imagine it. Newcomer watcher also playing on Switch 2. Nice, Jade. Enjoy the stream. I hope you're enjoying your Switch 2. Stumbling on my words. I very much like.
Incoming raid!
Oh, sheep honk honk with a raid over on Twitch. I'm very much enjoying playing on Switch 2. It's like a whole new experience, even though it's not. Welcome everybody over on Twitch. Sheep honk honk. How's it going? Thank you for the raid. What were you playing? How did it go? We got Animal Crossing emotes that look adorable. Oh, at shout out. Oops. There we go. Love the name Trip Falls. Thank you. Did Happy Home for Piper today. Oh, awesome. We did some Happy Home a couple streams ago. Nice. Well, thank you. She wanted a spa, but I haven't yet unlocked making the houses larger, or bigger. So, it's like, why are my eyes going funny on me on this? I think I've been reading too much. So had a size constraint with that one, but it was fun. I haven't quite, for this particular save file, I have not quite unlocked the larger houses yet myself.
Hey, Haley, August 1994 just subscribed.
Hey, Haley, thank you so much. Thanks for subscribing on Twitch. Appreciate you. I also have that same issue, but soon. I think a couple more houses and I can adjust all the size options. And we just had an issue with that with one of the houses we built. It was like, okay, I guess we have to kind of make some compromises here. First time was like this. Forget to get the features as you go. Yeah. Oh, so for anyone who's new, but yeah, basically we're calling this island Trip Falls, and it's because the rivers kind of look like somebody tripping and falling over. And we spent a lot of time today kind of talking about, well, we want to lean into this when we get to terraforming. We want to make it look more like a person tripping over. Do we want that to be like a refined stick figure person, so we redo all the rivers and just make it look even sharper and more obvious, or do we want to make it look kind of natural? So the compromise right now is I'm going to do my best to make it look natural, and as I screw it up and screw it up and screw it up, I'll probably end up giving up and making it more of a just hand-drawn stick figure kind of look, but we'll see. I believe in myself to at least attempt this, and maybe it looks okay. So yeah, we just got to terraforming a couple minutes ago. We unlocked this after getting 3 stars in the last stream, and that's kind of what we're doing. Gonna raid and run so I can work out and get lunch. Enjoy, Sheep. Thank you so much for the raid, and there you go. Yet another Animal Crossing channel for y'all to check out. I did the shout out command over on Twitch. Be sure to go give them a follow. I really should keep it like that because, in my opinion, that's the actual lore of the island. But I know, but like the idea that you could walk around the island and it looks like an island, and then you open the map and it's very obvious that it's a stick figure falling over is still funny, you know. If I do an okay enough job making it look natural, the ambiguity might get lost on people. They might not see that it's what we want them to see, you know? Because as long as we keep using cliffs and stuff, it'll feel like you're walking around just a regular Animal Crossing island. other than all the probably signs and stuff that are implying that the island is rooted in disaster. Okay, we were talking about Discord a little while ago, so let's see. Most uncomfortable accepts in Discord? Is that exceptions or experience? Accidentally doing something wrong. Left that group and 1x attacked by a user. Oh, you mean like people like harassing you? Yeah, I always turn off DMs in the Discord servers I join. Like I don't let people in the server DM me because that tends to just lead to people trying to scam you. Especially if they find out you're a YouTube creator, they love to try and like sell you something. So I block those communications, and if people need to reach me, they can hit me up in a public kind of server in a public way rather than just letting strangers DM me. I feel like for safety, I recommend this a lot to Discord users. Just for safety purposes, you should probably turn that off. Like in our server too, we do get reports every now and again of like, hey, this person like DM'd me, and they'll show us the DMs, and sure enough, it's one of those like kind of scams. And so we'll just have to, all right, go ahead and ban them, you know. I saw the angel in the marble and carved until I set him free. Michelangelo. Give me a little too much credit there. Careful what you wish for. Allowing us to just keep asking questions in Discord. Some people always have questions. I answer what I can when I can, but yeah, I don't promise that I'm going to sit there and talk for hours and hours with anybody. Do you get terraforming today? We did. Okay, here we go. We're going to take out this mountain. I look different. I haven't shaved. Is that why? Got home to watch on TV instead of phone. Hey, nice. Nasa, how's it going? What else was I going to say about... there's something else I was going to mention about Discord. And I think I've been talking about it, but I can't remember what it was now. Oh, no headphones. Oh, okay, yeah. Watching on your TV, but baseball's on, so I'm relegated to the phone. That's fine. I understand. Who are you rooting for? All right, last leg of the journey here. We get to kind of continue taking out that river. The Jays, they're down 1-0. Well, sorry for your team's loss there. What's the difference between Animal Crossing New Horizons and Switch 1 and 2? The biggest difference is just a faster experience. The game loads faster, and there's no lag now on like the big heavy-duty islands with lots and lots of items on them. Which, I mean, if you do a lot of Dream Islands and stuff like we do, that's a huge perk. Otherwise, you know, same game. Could have been worse. Spaces were loaded last inning. Okay, well, yeah. Yes, the screen is nice. It does look not as sharp as the Switch 1 screen. Having a larger screen's always nice. But yeah, it does have like a different, because they didn't, like Pokemon Scarlet and Violet looks sharp because they actually did like a proper update. In handheld, Animal Crossing looks like slightly more, I guess stretched out would be the word. Not stretched in a way where the aspect ratio doesn't look right, but stretched in a way where the pixels are not looking as sharp as they used to. It's not enough to bother me. In fact, I still like having a screen that just feels nice and big. But yeah. It's like the one downside. I like the Switch 2's size overall just because it feels nicer to have the Joy-Cons fitting in my hands better, and you know, after having a Switch 2 for a while and then picking up my Switch 1 again, the Switch 1 just feels like a little plasticky toy. Not to be a jerk, it just kind of does. So, how's it going? Hey, Christopher, going well. How are you? I don't see the difference other than the loading time. Yeah, pretty much. Will you also sometimes see Mario race through your island because Mario Kart took the open world quite serious? You will also see Mario race through your island. Okay, wait, so I see what you're saying. That would be pretty funny if in the distance, in the next game, like you can kind of catch a glimpse of the Mario Kart open world. Like you look out on the horizon and see like those little mountains back there, but it's very obvious you see Peach's castle. Wouldn't that be cool? It's sturdier than the Switch 1. It feels sturdier. It does. Mario Kart World connecting all of their tracks and stuff together in that big open world is one of my favorite parts of the new experience. I really, really like that it all feels like one thing. I know there's some complaints about how some of the races are just like half the time is spent driving long distances between tracks. And I understand that concern as well. But I just love the idea that it's all like one thing, you know? I like that you can go from like the area where Bowser's castle is and stuff and drive all the way to where like Peach's castle is, and it's just cool. I think they did a really good job like fleshing out the whole world, and I would like to see them do more stuff like that. Surprising Horizons randomly get run over by Mario Karts. It'd be even cooler, yeah, if some islands felt closer to the Mario Kart world than other islands. So you visit your friend's island and you could see the castle is in the distance, but it's a little closer. You know, it makes it feel like everyone's islands are just kind of smattered about one big like ocean of islands. All right, so all the strange stick figure head anomalies are almost gone. We'll check the map in a moment to see what that leaves us with. And then try and decide from there how the head is going to look on this character. Marker A is all about sharp corners. Mario Kart World's all about shortcuts, in my opinion. Yeah, I guess. I've never been much of a shortcut person in these games, though, so I do feel like I'm going to get left out soon as people pick up on more and more shortcuts. Whenever it was, like, the N64 had some spots where it was very obvious where the shortcuts were, and when I was playing that, as a kid, like I could never hit them, and I'm like, nope, I'm just gonna lose if I try and go for that shortcut, so I'm just gonna ignore it. And I feel that way about all Mario Kart games. Like they have shortcuts, but when I see the kind of the trick shot type videos people put out on YouTube Shorts of them like taking advantage of the shortcuts, I'm like, I would mess that up. I would mess it up. I couldn't do it. Been enjoying rewatching the Dinkum playthrough. Oh, nice. Thanks for doing that. Saw videos of the most ridiculous shortcuts. You can almost play the road is lava on some circuits. I guess I should, yeah, maybe I should embrace it more. I just feel like I don't have the skill to do it. I know over time, and probably not too much longer from now, like certain metas are going to form when it comes to racing. I never race online with random strangers because I just prefer to race with family and friends, because I know I have no chance of winning, especially as time goes on and people learn the game better and those metas make themselves present. It's kind of like, all right, well, unless I race that way, really high intensity, got to get everything perfect. You know, I just like playing with friends, and I'm just enjoying it. I enjoy knockout mode quite a bit. I liked when we were doing the stream and like a bunch of people could join and we did a big knockout race. That was a lot of fun. So yeah, that's my enjoyment from Mario Kart. Hyper competitive play always kind of makes me not participate. All right, so here's where we're at. We have the bottom half of our person tripping over, which looks the same. And now we have a decision to make about the head of this person. So as I'm seeing it now, without the rest of the junk that was up there, I'm thinking the way this ends up looking is we actually move the neck back, like way back, because we need room for the head. You know what I mean? I wish I could draw on this thing. So I can at least drag a little cursor over it. Or if I can find it. Here it is. Okay. So this right now would be the neck, in my opinion, and I would sprout the head over here, but obviously there's not enough room for that. But this could be an arm, and this has to be an arm, the way this is designed, right?
Get ready for a $2 recipe sweaty sock stock. Boil an old gym sock for hours to extract its umami essence, before straining and serving.
Anyway, now that everyone's figured out what they're having for lunch. So if this was the neck, this would be an arm and this would be an arm. I'm saying this has to be an arm because it's supposed to look like the person is falling and they lost control of their body. So their arms are splayed out. They're like, wah! So one arm is going to go into the river that spills out into the ocean, and the other arm can just be like a waterfall coming down, you know, and it'll just be a cliff. And again, I'm speaking in two different terms here. How to look to the player is, oh, the little waterfall and a thing. And how it looks on the map is another arm. And then between those two arms is the head, right? So pretend for a moment that this is the neck, and this is an arm, and this is an arm. What I'm going to do is take the neck part and move it further down, make the arm, the left arm kind of come up here, and the right arm kind of still come out, maybe curved, but it would come out and spill into the river, and that would leave us a lot more room to make the head. Will it be super big? Probably not. Will this thing make the guy look a little bit like a unicorn? A little bit. But that's kind of what I'm thinking. The other option is to still commit to this being the head, take this, like, we still take the neck and move it down a little bit, but make the head and then take another arm from down here somewhere and make it come out. But I think that'll look goofy. I think it's better if we make like a split in the river for the two arms. I always saw the upper arm as the neck. You think this is the neck. Where do I put the head, though? It would be such a small head, right? If the neck started here, and we split off the other arm back here, then I got to go up a little bit and then draw a circle, but I don't have room. I still need room to draw the circle to make it look like a head. Maybe with the head where you want it and see where you're at after. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking, right? This is why I'm saying we might end up redoing the entire thing, because I want room for this stuff, you know? I definitely don't want him to have like a tiny little head. So yeah, it does feel like I just saw it as a figure with a really small head. Yeah, if I kind of just go ahead and take this and just close it right here and just make this the head, then I still have to move there's an arm growing out of its head. I can't do that. So I still have to move the arm down here somewhere. So even a tiny head, if I just made it real tiny, still feels like I got to make some pretty big changes to make it look like a stick figure. So, yeah, so do the head first and then finish up with the arms. As long as one arm is falling into the ocean and the other arm can come from wherever, we're good. Tripping and falling can get complicated. It can, yeah. It's absolutely. This is a big project. Wait, that's what you're explaining. Never mind. And make the head that of Chatter. Let him suffer forever. If I don't have room for the head itself, there's no way I have room for the big ears. But yeah, I agree. That would be like a good way to think about it. I'm just staring at it because I don't want to do this. I'm nervous I'm gonna screw it up. Make a literal cheese head. You could do it. Like, actually, Chatter is a good candidate to make an island based off of, because on the map you get to play with shading because there's 3 different levels of the island. And so you could make holes by using the ground level, and then the rest of his head could be raised up and it would look lighter, just like his stupid face. So yeah, Chatter would be like a great candidate to, like, if you were to make a villager's face out of an island, you could absolutely sculpt it like that. Peninsula reminds me of a dog's head. It does. It looks like a tiny dog. Yeah. We could probably do that too. We can just put a little eye on it. With the river. Okay, so I guess this means we need to get rid of the part that I'm standing above right now. And then we probably need to move the cliffs too. So we're making a Chatter Island. No, we're not making a Chatter Island. You could make a Chatter Island. I've seen back in the day, like when Animal Crossing was new, I saw some incredible pixel art done with Animal Crossing. I remember someone did Danny DeVito. You guys remember that? Oh my gosh. It was so cool. Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah. Weber just moved to your island? Is that a good thing? Okay, so we get rid of this waterfall. Oh man. Weber's a duck, so it's good for me, yeah, but a lot of chatter about catter. I assume you meant to say chatter. All right. We continue. So I think we cut this off here. In fact, I have a feeling we're going to have to make the river curve down. Right now it's kind of curving up. We kind of need to curve down. So I think we just cut it off the bridge. We'll leave the bridge. There's probably always going to be some kind of bridge over here, I imagine. Just imagine it's the stick figure's wristwatch or something. And we'll... gosh, yeah. The more I do, the worse it's going to get. Tablet typing is not fun at all. Hasn't seen Dream Address as themed with Tia and Chai. I've not. Oh, you're asking if like one exists. I'm sure someone's done that. One of the biggest projects that gets bigger and bigger with each step. Yep. Yep. That is what's happening. It's getting worse and worse. Everything I do, I'm like, well, then we got to do this. Told you, it's going to look like the horse drawing. All right, we got to decide where the neck is going to go. And I know we don't have to hard commit to anything, but like I do want to just do this once. We can't have the arms be too terribly long. We can't have the head be too small. I think we just go a little further down. Okay. Maybe right here. To get the water bugs? Yeah, I did. And this is the neck. Maybe. Right? So it would go like this. I'll probably have to get rid of this pond. Let's get rid of this tree as well. It's in the way now. Let's get rid of the pond. It's just immediately a problem. I would say more on the left where the river curves a little. So move it further down. I was gonna... Okay, so what you're seeing up here is the top of the arm. I was going to make the river 4 wide and make this the bottom of the arm. So it is kind of exactly what you're saying, in my opinion. So this is the arm right here. That's the entire width of it. That makes sense? It's really hard to tell. I have it in my head, but it's... Unless I fully draw it out, it's hard to, like, tell. You need to do MS Paint Action to show us what you want it to look like. I'm confused. Gosh, I don't want to set all that up right now. I think you just got to trust the process. I don't have a screen share set up on MS Paint. I'm not one of those streamers that has their desktop captured at all times, so it's really easy for certain streamers to pull that up. I don't have that set up. I keep my desktop pretty messy sometimes. It's not actually not right now. I kind of cleaned it up recently, but still. I was half joking. It would be nice if I had a way to just draw on the screen. It would be nice. I would like to... I think there is an OBS plugin for that. I would like to get it and be able to draw right over the rivers. We totally trust you. Yeah, okay. You know what? So, okay, river gone. This arm comes out here, and it means the other arm kind of immediately splits off in the other direction, right? Very difficult to say what I mean. Not always that clear. It's okay. This is always a little complicated when everyone's like... Everyone has their own ideas of what this could be. And then explaining them over a chat like this is just difficult. Here. So 1, 2... Okay, that's 4, and then what I would do is probably temporarily seal this off. I thought of the head being where you are right now. I think that's too low because in my mind, where I'm standing is it's in direct line with the river output. What do you call that? The thing where the river goes out into the ocean? This? So if the head was here, I guess you could do that. You could have 2 separate rivers and the head could be spilling out into the ocean, and that's not a huge deal. No, you were above the river a few seconds ago. Oh, so you were thinking it's up here. Okay, where I'm making the arms right now, what I'm imagining, if you follow my pointer, is the bottom arm is going to come up like this and spill out like that. And the top arm is going to come out like this and flail out this way. It'll have like probably a couple joints in it, but like it'll flail out this way. And then we have all this space to draw ahead. But as I'm standing here talking about it, I think you're right. Maybe I do need to move this down a little bit more. Not too much, but just a little bit more. Because I do feel like I'm running low on space already. And that would mean the arm is a bit longer than I would like it to be. But I think it would still work. There's a point where the arm is too long and it looks really silly. Like down here. That would be too long of an arm. But I think if this arm, we move it back a little bit further. And it, is down like that. And then the other arm can still be up like this. It'd give us more room for our head. Maybe roughen the outline, but the proposed head. Rough outline and the proposed head and go from there. I think, yeah, but proposing an outline in river form still takes a long time. I think I go down a little bit more with the arms, maybe right here. So yeah, where it kind of like goes in this sharp diagonal, which means probably less editing for this part that I wanted to fix anyway. So it goes in this sharp diagonal, and then we split arm here, head. Right now we're kind of not leaving ourselves enough room, I think. This is hard. Button. Okay. Either way, this has to go. All of this river over here, it's got to go. River mouth is what we call it. That's, yeah, river mouth. Thank you. That's what I was looking for. I am getting to the time where I told myself I would quit for the day because I have a lot of editing to do, but we'll keep going for a little bit. I think at least getting the arms, like, a place where the arms / neck is going to start is important. River mouth consumes the fish from the ocean. It kind of spits out fish into the ocean, doesn't it? Missing something, or is it bad luck? The older video of yours that I came in from had a montage of Chatter the jerk moving out. I don't have the montage set up anymore, but we did have Chatter in a previous island. And I didn't have any amiibos at the time, I don't think. So getting rid of him was like a difficult thing. Either I wasn't allowing myself to use them or I didn't have them yet. So once we finally got the opportunity to get rid of him, I had a whole video about it. But now I'm just... we're just going to get him out of here quick and easy. Fish always stay in the water. They're suited for fresher salt. I don't know. I think they're getting spilled out into the ocean. All right, so that's gone. And then, yeah, let's continue to move this back a little bit. Why do we hate him again? Oh, every reason. There's too many reasons to list. I don't have that much time. So I'm just going to, like, get rid of the parts that I already kind of drew. Yeah, if we don't give him a head, we can call it the Headless Horseman, and then we're done. Okay. So, as we discussed, the arms will start down here-ish. Yeah. This is going to be a little bit complicated to try and get it like to be 4 wide, but... like a river horse. This is one tile, so I think we need to go... like this, to put 2 tiles in between the 2 little strips I'm making of water. We have plenty of time to, like, make this look better, but for now, yeah, I'm just trying to get, like, the basics. So this is the start of one arm, and then we gotta get rid of a couple trees, but up here... I'll start the other arm. I gotta sell this. Yay. Okay. There we go. So we can kind of see where it starts. It doesn't have to be perfect, but yeah, we need to basically get a river outlet like that, and then this still feels like one tile worth of space. So we go out a little bit further. Something like this. Oops. Put that back. So this starts the river in the other direction for the other arm. And that means from there, we kind of need a neck. But a small one. A small neck. Nothing too... you know. Nothing too tall. Then we end up starting like the circle for like the head. And we got it. That's where we decide like the cliffs and stuff. Like how far out or in should the cliffs go? Should we get rid of them completely? I don't know yet. Stella, how's it going? Yeah, this is gonna be my biggest challenge yet, I think. Digging the design, gonna turn out great. Is that a pun? Well, thank you either way. Okay. Yeah, this is working. This is sort of working, sort of. I just learned a river that starts the source and ends the mouth. Seems odd to me, but oh well. So, okay. This is kind of, maybe, sort of, a neck. I mean, we probably have to pull it out a little bit more, but on the map, you start to see the vision a little bit, right? You can kind of see where the rivers, that those little lines were drawn, that's the 2 arms. They're going to spread and soar as our person flies through the air. And so where I'm standing will start the circular part where the head is going to go. I might have to take the head and tilt it upward so that it doesn't interfere with the bottom arm. But that's okay because they're tripping and falling, right? So the head should be like kind of flying back a little bit. That we'll kind of make that our excuse. Which means the top arm is going to need to also kind of flail backwards a little bit, which I think will look good in the end. I'm realizing their torso is going to look a little small.
Hey, folks, another $2 recipe coming up. Airplane snack surprise. Collect pretzel crumbs from airline seats, squeeze peanut butter from a single-serve packet, and enjoy this first-class treat. SAZ.
I don't know what that last part was, but enjoy this first-class treat. Would have been a fine place to end. All right, so yeah. We need to get our amiibo villager started, which I've completely forgotten to do. It's become more clear indeed. The idea is pretty good. Thank you. Okay. So we moved in Lucky. Who's next? I think it's probably Stitches. Yes, and I found Stitches' page already. Number 318. If I can remember the number, it'll be easier to find him next time. Nathan, how's it going? Poor lazy villagers. This place is going to be all lazy villagers. They all get themselves hurt. Doing well. The binder of amiibo cartridges for acne? What do you mean? Oh, Cherry wants to give me a reaction? I got a lantern I don't really need. Oh. Alright. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. I started a whole binder. Actually, that binder is almost the perfect size for all of the amiibo cards. Mossy Garden Rock. Let's make it happen. I love that this unlocks new recipes for us. There were 3 lazies. I got Zucker as my starter, amiiboed in Drago, and couldn't say no to my bestie Stu when I found him. We're going to have a lot of lazies on this one. Alright, Mossy Garden Rock is clumps of weeds and stone. Easy enough. I lost my amiibos, so just use the treasure islands. That's fair. I'm sorry that you lost all your amiibos. That sucks. That does not sound cool at all. I would probably resort to that as well. Except Shep, because he has bangs in his face and could potentially trip. True, but we're not really adding people on the potential that they could trip. At least not yet. Maybe I get desperate, but... You know, they got to be about the lifestyle. They need to have been initiated at one time, meaning have tripped. I have the potential to trip, you know. Let's see. Customize? No, craft. I learned how to make amiibos. Oh, nice. There you go. Sure Nintendo loves that. You've Sherb on every island? I don't personally like... If I have concurrent islands running, I don't like having the same villagers island to island. I like the new island as an opportunity to have somebody different. Which is another reason like I don't have Elvis here, because I have him on another island. I don't know what Stitch is going to do with this Mossy Garden Rock, but you know what? Who am I to judge? Yeah, I gotta have the Pharaoh hat. Hopefully we unlock it. Probably gonna have Wart Jr. on my next island. Yeah, he's cool. Trying to be open to new villagers, but there's some I just can't say no to. Raincoat. I don't want this. All right. There's that. We also didn't do our daily stretches, so let's go ahead and do that real quick. I would like some others too, but he just follows me everywhere. I took him once from Nick Miles Island, and he always autofills. At least he's cute, and I don't mind being haunted by him. I don't want this here more stitches. Oh, no, no, no. It looks like he's had enough problems. It looks like he's made of 17 different teddy bears. So yeah, cool. We'll have stitches on the island. I think he'll be the last villager we move in, and that'll bring us to 10 plots, and then we can start getting rid of villagers from the amiibo cards, or using the amiibo cards. And that'll just leave us with a couple more to hunt for, which I don't know how that's going to go. We'll see. I was haunted by Olaf for a while. Yeah. Apparently I'm haunted by Chatter, because he keeps showing up. I don't know if we'll be live tomorrow. I probably will play a little bit tomorrow just to get all the daily things done and keep working towards paying off the loan. But I don't think I'll stream tomorrow. We're going to settle back now into a more, like, regular streaming schedule around here. I've got to finish editing this video, so times where I would probably normally have time to stream, I have this giant editing project that I'm doing. I don't think I'm going to... I like the style. I think it's going to be a great video. I don't think I'm going to do a video in this style again, though, because the particular format I chose is just probably the most high intensity when it comes to editing, just based on the sheer amount of steps to make the video happen. So I think in the future I'll try to just make sure this is a cool lesson that's been learned, but I'll try to make sure my videos are not taking up my whole life. And yeah, but for now, I need to just give the project some time. I'm excited for you to see it. But cool. Yeah. So that was our day. I hope everyone had a fun time.
I feel like they
Try not to get too excited about all the rumors going around about new Animal Crossing. Just remember that these are literally just rumors. And hopefully we get that direct in July or whenever it's supposed to be, and it's confirmed, and we could finally stop talking in theoreticals. That would be very nice. Very nice. But for now, I refuse to fully sip the Kool-Aid myself. Let's Play K is streaming Dreamlight Valley, so I'm going to send you over there. And if you're on Twitch, I'll send you... I don't think I can send links to YouTube. They're really getting picky over there. Let's Play K is spelled with a Z, just the letter K at the end. Easy enough to find on YouTube if you're interested. Dang it. But yeah, cool. Hope everybody has an awesome time. Kay is also streaming for charity, so read up on that. See if you want to support. And I will see you all very soon. Have a great rest of your day. I keep hitting the wrong button. Have a great rest of your day, and goodbye.